Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. It always seems impossible until it's done. I learned that courage was not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. The brave man is not he who does not feel afraid, but he who conquers that fear. Do not judge me by my successes, judge me by how many times I fell down and got back up again. Resentment is like drinking poison and then hoping it will kill your enemies. I am not a saint, unless you think of a saint as a sinner who keeps on trying. After climbing a great hill, one only finds that there are many more hills to climb. There is nothing like returning to a place that remains unchanged to find the ways in which you yourself have altered. A winner is a dreamer who never gives up. I am the master of my fate, I am the captain of my soul. We must use time wisely and forever realize that the time is always ripe to do right. A good head and a good heart are always a formidable combination. To deny people their human rights is to challenge their very humanity. I never lose. I either win or learn. Lead from the back and let others believe they are in front. Forgiveness liberates the soul, it removes fear. That's why it's such a powerful weapon. What counts in life is not the mere fact that we have lived. It is what difference we have made to the lives of others that will determine the significance of the life we lead. Live life as though nobody is watching, and express yourself as though everyone is listening. May your choices reflect your hopes, not your fears. The greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Money won't create success, the freedom to make it will. It is said that no one truly knows a nation until one has been inside its jails. If you want to make peace with your enemy, you have to work with your enemy, then he becomes your partner. Overcoming poverty is not a task of charity, it is an act of justice. Poverty is not an accident, like slavery and apartheid, it is man-made and can be removed by the actions of human beings. There is no passion to be found playing small, in settling for a life that is less than the one you are capable of living. Let there be work, bread, water, and salt for all. There can be no keener revelation of a society's soul than the way in which it treats its children. We must never forget that we are all members of one family. Our human compassion binds us the one to the other, not in pity or patronizingly, but as human beings who have learned how to turn our common suffering into hope for the future. As long as poverty, injustice, and gross inequality persist in our world, none of us can truly rest. No one is born hating another person because of the color of his skin, or his background, or his religion. People must learn to hate, and if they can learn to hate, they can be taught to love. When people are determined, they can overcome anything. In my country, we go to prison first and then become president. There is no easy walk to freedom anywhere. We owe our children, the most vulnerable citizens in any society, a life free from violence and fear. I dream of an Africa which is in peace with itself. As we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. A fundamental concern for others in our individual and community lives would go a long way in making the world the better place we so passionately dream of. It is not where you start, but how high you aim that matters for success. There is no such thing as part freedom. You can start changing our world for the better daily, no matter how small the action. We can't afford to be killing one another. Man's goodness is a flame that can be hidden, but never extinguished. Courage is not the absence of fear, it is inspiring others to move beyond it. Reconciliation means working together to correct the legacy of past injustice. In some ways, it is easier to be a dissident, for then one is without responsibility. Let freedom reign. The sun never set on so glorious a human achievement. The true character of a society is revealed in how it treats its children. When a man has done what he considers to be his duty to his people and his country, he can rest in peace. There is no greater gift than that of giving one's time and energy to help others without expecting anything in return. It is through education that the daughter of a peasant can become a doctor. To be free is not merely to cast off one's chains, but to live in a way that respects and enhances the freedom of others. The power of imagination created the illusion that my vision went much farther than the naked eye could actually see. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. I stand here before you not as a prophet, but as a humble servant of you, the people. No power on this earth can destroy the thirst for human dignity. When the water starts boiling, it is foolish to turn off the heat. I like friends who have independent minds because they tend to make you see problems from all angles. If there are dreams about a beautiful South Africa, there are also roads that lead to their goal. Two of these roads could be named goodness and forgiveness. Real leaders must be ready to sacrifice all for the freedom of their people. People respond in accordance to how you treat them. To overthrow oppression has been sanctioned by humanity and is the highest aspiration of every free man. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. Freedom is indivisible. The chains on any one of my people were the chains on all of them. The chains on all of my people were the chains on me. In countries where innocent people are dying, the leaders are following their blood rather than their brains. I have walked that long road to freedom. I have tried not to falter. I have made missteps along the way. It is music and dancing that makes me at peace with the world. The purpose of freedom is to create it for others.